6 seconds, so it's at 8. Okay. That's how I'm lining up, I guess. All right. Just gonna do a quick doodle. I thought it might be cool to do multimedia in this way. Camera, computer screen, digital illustration. So I'm just gonna draw something from my brain. Let me think. Okay, I'm gonna draw a scary religious person. So my technique is pretty much automatic drawings. I try not to think too much about what I'm drawing. And just make sure that each line kind of looks confident, like it's supposed to be there. And if I stay in the moment, I don't have to do much editing. I can kind of just wing it and just from drawing so much. Also, if you're drawing absurd stuff, I mean, there's no wrong way to do it. The program I'm using is GIMP. You can download it for free if you'd like to get into digital illustration. And the drawing pen tablet I'm using is this Huion. It's just like a fairly cheap one. I try to use cheap equipment so that way it can easily be replaced, because if you draw as much as I do, stuff breaks a whole lot. A couple times a year, something breaks. So I like using cheaper gear so I can replace it quickly. And also I can keep my prices down for people. Although I do need to raise my prices, I need to earn more money. I just don't know how to do it. It's so hard just trying to be a good artist that it's like hard to manipulate the market into paying you more. Going into that part of it. Tough enough just drawing all the time in isolation. I will say, I mean, a good couple of months and I make way more than I used to doing any other job. But you have long droughts too. Whenever the economy is doing bad, it's really hard to get commissions. People don't have disposable income for frivolous projects. Getting animation illustration for me usually is pretty frivolous. So I wouldn't, shoot down the work that I'm doing. The issue is with art is that you have to work on it all the time to be pretty good at it. So you can't ever stop doing it, but it's so time consuming that it's like a lifestyle. There's no off time. You're always trying to learn. You're always trying to push. Even if you don't have commissions right now, you have to still wake up and do it. Kind of always have to be getting a little bit better. And with me, I don't know, it's just kind of, you can only draw noses and mouths and all that stuff so many different ways, but you still have to keep trying to learn or push it, find a new way to articulate, these visual abstractions. It's like, because you never know when you're gonna come across something that kind of becomes a visual symbol that works really well for all people. So you're constantly honing your craft, building up your, visual lexicon, all the stuff that you can do, all the things, all the techniques, different mediums. And 'cause you just don't know. You could come across something kind of novel. Though it's highly unlikely that you could come across something novel. But, even novel to you can add a whole lot to your work, Make you a little more valuable in the market. So it's just gonna learn, grow, draw. It's like I didn't like digital drawing at all. I was not a big fan. I didn't consider it real drawing for a long time. And then I started doing it and I saw like exactly how hard it is. It's not just, especially getting to the point where I'm at, where I've drawn so many things and done so many posters and digital illustration, and also animating. Animating's another. If you do a lot of that, there's no way of getting around constantly drawing. You just get better and quicker at articulating your ideas. And ideas just kind of come out easier. Not quite a frictionless plane, but because you still have to sit here and draw. But it does make it to where you can do it a whole lot quicker. And buying external hard drives is less messy than trying to keep up with sketchbooks and paintings and canvas and source paper. Hold up, I'm having to save this. I didn't save this before I started. Everything's out of whack right now. Hold that thought. Should have organized beforehand. It's coloring page 47. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't like digital. I didn't like drawing plants, which I guess I'm still not a big fan. But I forced myself to do it. You gotta draw backgrounds and animation. You have to draw plants, or your representation of plants, vegetation. Something that you can live with at least. I don't know. Because even though I'm not a fan of drawing it, I don't want to do it bad. So I can't half-ass it. So I gotta find my way to do it. Way that I can live with myself while cranking it out. It's a little too thick there, but yeah. But what did the painter guy, he called them happy little accidents. Same thing I'm doing. I just it's whatever I can live with as far as yeah, that kind of looks like a plant, that looks like a backdrop, that looks like something. Looks like it represents life in an abstract way as well as I can do it. And drawing backdrops, make sure you vary the pixel size for the marker or painter or whatever you choose to use inside the digital drawing station. I'm not sure if that's what this is called. GIMP. That's what I use it for. Illustration and graphic design. What little I do. I guess I do a lot of it, but I just don't even think of it that way. Graphic design. I had a lot of friends who went to school for graphic design, and it's like everything they learned there, I learned on the internet. Except there's some expensive books that I didn't pay for. I guess that's why I'm not a real artist. I'm just a guy who can make lots of things and draw lots of things. And learns things every week. Yeah. Let's see. It's really just about details from here on out, you know? Once you get the main composition, it's about trying to find some kind of balance, some visual balance for details. So some of the broader strokes stand out a little better. I don't really have any rhyme or reason to a lot of it. It's just looking at the stuff and being like, yeah, that needs to be there. I need to add this, I need to do that. It's a feeling that I ride till completion. So does that work? Does this work? And then kind of trying it. Most of the time it does. Shoot from the hip, go as quickly as possible so I don't get too neurotic about it. Just want to work from muscle memory. And, visual reaction. Visceral visual reaction, kind of. See, balance it out. You give people a lot to chew on in some parts, and then space for the eyes to rest in other parts. I add, subtract. Yeah, pretty simple. You saw it was pretty, like I said, I do it automatic. I don't think too much about it. I don't get too neurotic about it. I'm already like so neurotic in my life in other ways that when it comes to coloring pages, at least, I'm not thinking too much about it. I'm like, what would be cool to draw? And at Arcadia, I used to draw stuff for my students, and they would just tell me, hey, can you draw this? And I'm like, yep. I'd sit down and draw a coloring page, print out a couple copies, give it to them so they could work on it when they go home. I got really good at kind of cranking out drawings pretty fast. Also used to draw a comic every morning. That helped get my speed up a good bit. Oh no. Look at this. Fucking thing keeps popping out. All my equipment is broken. My pen is broken right now. The nib falls out over and over and over again. Oh, very annoying. But such is life. You know. There we go. I think that works. I didn't want to spend too much time on this, but it's hard not to finish it. It's been 17 minutes so far. I knew the nib was going to fall out at some point. So I've been holding off doing more of these tutorials where I kind of draw and explain what I'm doing. I'm gonna get another camera soon, and hopefully, I don't know if I can make some more commissions or get some donations. I got a lot of ideas for making education videos for art, but I'm just all my equipment lost to Kentucky. It costs less money to buy all my equipment than it would to go back and get it, so I had to leave all of it there, all my paintings. But it just doesn't make any sense. So I have to pay like over $1,000 to go back and get less than $1,000 worth of equipment. So I'll just go ahead and usually when I have a lot of details around the feet. So like there's a little bit of more of a shadow. You can imply a shadow with even just like etchings on the ground, like dirt and rivets and other people are really good at this, but I'm like so impatient that I can't. See, just going real hard on the details makes the cartoonish nature a little more bearable. Get some real texture in there, some varying texture from different line lengths or line widths, brush widths. You're tricking the brain. It's like, damn, this is real. This feels real. Yep. Okay. I think that's close. I think that's close enough to call it. I can't really explain anymore. You know, there you go. 20-minute drawing.